When you're commissioned to go digging through some bug-infested space rock in the middle of the galaxy, you better make sure you go fully equipped. Better yet, you should make sure there's someone there to watch your back. Bringing your girlfriend along into the mix is basically the equivalent of a canary in a coal mine. The only difference is if she starts chirping, you know you're in trouble. We're in it for the danger, the darkness, and the dwarves. That's what it's all about on Deep Rock Galactic Date Night. Deep Rock Galactic did a great job highlighting why we make the universe's best dwarves and its worst team. It takes everything we have to stay on task, and that includes making out of the rock in one piece. Fortunately, if there's one thing we love, it's hoarding shiny stuff, so the game spares no expense in that department.
Worthless, but fun to destroy.
Okay, that's not more, right?
There are 4 different jobs to choose from, with each serving a different role in the group. Each dwarf comes with a different loadout of weapons and tools, and as you level them up, you get some freedom to customize. I tend to gravitate towards the cosmetics for these sort of things, but it's a ton of fun to test out the different dwarves and experience things with their unique quirks. The different dwarves are all full of personality and have hilarious opinions of each other. They're not afraid to let you know how they feel about something, and it makes for a good laugh.
Be easier than the last time.
Get a hold of yourself!
More often than not, I prefer choosing my character based purely on their wit rather than the loadout they carry. It's kind of the best measurement I have, because let's be honest, they're not exactly cute looking.
He does seem cool. He kind of reminds me of like Gru's partner in Despicable Me.
Oh yeah, he does.
Before the game was even started proper, the two of us found about 101 things to do instead of getting started.
Yes!
The game may not have accounted for people with short attention spans, but it thrust us straight into a hub with a dozen different bells and whistles to play with. Under normal circumstances, you'd probably pick up a mission at the center console and get straight to work. They probably didn't account for the free spirits like us that would spend an hour and a half kicking a barrel into a ring of fire.
What is the
Got it.
like? What do you get for doing this?
I can't be sure.
Even after we managed to tear ourselves away from the jukebox, we spent an embarrassingly long amount of time looking for the drop pod. It's the consequence I face for always blindly assuming my boyfriend knows what he's doing or where he's going at all times. That's how we end up down these crazy rabbit holes and find ourselves taking a jacuzzi bath in what appears to be boiling lava.
Come on in. The water's fine.
It makes perfect sense that when he finally admits to not knowing where to go and hands control over to me, that we find the pod within 15 seconds of looking around. This is the same reason he'll throw a fit looking for his damn car keys, and as soon as I offer to help, they mysteriously appear in the first place I look.
Oh wait, I think I found it. I think you climb up here, and you come over here.
Oh my god.
The missions get pretty dark, and it's our job to throw a couple of flares to make sure we can see what the hell we're doing. True to form, he never turns on the lights and does everything in the dark for some weird reason. I'm always catching him pulling the same shit at home, and I just don't get it. For God's sakes, I swear I sometimes catch him looking for his phone with the flashlight on his phone.
Where the hell are my glasses? I've been looking for... Where are they? Are you sure you haven't seen them?
Would it kill him to flip a damn light switch every once in a while? All of this is just to say that my flares are constantly on cooldown while he's rummaging around in the dark with a bar full of them.
Could need it.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Whoa, whoa. What's happening?
I don't know, I just got grabbed! The mission's usually pretty clear about what we need to find. The problem is, my boyfriend is more of a goblin than a dwarf and will insist on mining everything shiny that he comes across. I'll see him going out of his way to shovel handfuls of gold into the mule despite not needing any of it to meet the quota of the mission. It wouldn't be such a big deal, but sometimes I need his help and he gets so tunnel visioned by the shinies that I'm fighting off all the baddies alone over here.
Hey look, it's more of the other mineral.
That one's gold. It was sparkly. We
I
gotta
like
keep...
gold.
Ah!
I like mining gold. Whoa, what the hell?
Friendly fire is a very real hazard to watch out for, especially when playing with a girlfriend. So I don't know how putting a flamethrower in my hand slipped through quality assurance. Anytime you hand me a weapon where I can just hold down the button in the game, it's safe to say I'm gonna be the biggest threat of them all. You're gonna want to stand behind me at all times and keep your fingers crossed that none of the exploding ones sneak up on me. It was a team decision to let me play with fire, so when he gets extra crispy, just keep in mind, it's his own damn fault.
Oh, so it just goes in a big circle.
Yes. Ah, look behind you.
Whoa, what the hell?
Occasionally while out exploring, a swarm of monsters comes out to get you. It's a little hectic, but usually a lot of fun to hunker down and fend them off in the middle of a mission. I always like it when we're in a narrow tunnel and the two of us get to go back to back as we spray and pray. The thing is, running out of ammo is a thing to watch out for, and if you find yourself going head to head with enough swarms, it can sneak up on you pretty quick.
Got no ammo left.
Oh my god, I'm out of ammo.
We have been down here probably longer than maybe they were intending for people to be down.
Add that to the fact that the two of us find about a zillion other things to do instead of our main objective, and everything starts falling apart at the seams.
Oh my god, okay. My grenade launcher is not as useful in this situation.
When it comes to navigating the tunnels, I usually leave it up to him. I never remember to use the scan to check the layout of the caves, and it's probably for the best. Although it's a little alarming how often he'll be leading the way and it'll seem like we aren't getting anywhere. I'll take a little too long to notice all the burnt out flares on the ground before coming to the conclusion that we've been walking in a big ass circle for 10 minutes.
By God, you're right. See, I told you we weren't lost.
Then where are we?
By the fence.
Separating all the time is a bad habit of ours. We'll both get so focused on our own agenda that without even realizing it, we've gone off in opposite directions. It isn't until one of us is waist deep in a swarm that we realize how far we've drifted from the safety of the reef. As scary as it is being attacked and all alone, we somehow never learn our lesson. I don't know how many times I gotta die before accepting that the caves don't take kindly to lone explorers.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
Go, go, go.
Get out of here, go.
Follow that thing.
If it can get out, we can get out.
We've both grown fairly fond of the mule because it's pretty much the only friendly thing to find out in the caves. It's gotten to the point that we compete for its attention and both try calling it at the same time. It's always funny when it starts to feel like it prefers one of us over the other. Equally as entertaining is when it's constantly getting in the way as well.
I think I'm going the wrong way.
When it comes to filling it up with loot, I am famous for accidentally hitting the drop pod button before completing the secondary objective for the mission.
Oh, whoops, I accidentally drop potted it. I thought I was putting in the...
It's okay.
Oh, I got a gunk seed.
After that, it's usually time to drop the rest of the gunk seeds and get ready to race the clock.
Oh shit, the drop pod is going and I'm holding this
Oh
thing.
no.
I didn't mean to call the drop pod. Where did the mule go?
Are we just gonna carry these gunk seeds all the way to the ship?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, no we're not. How do you drop it? Because
Oh my god,
right behind
I
you.
right clicked. Okay.
After calling in our escape, we begin the dramatic hustle back to the entrance. We've learned the hard way that as long as the little mule makes it back, they're leaving with or without us. Our one friend on this mission is now a major source of anxiety as we try to beat him to the finish line. It's a godsend that he leaves a little flags for us to follow because I get left behind almost every time if not for that. It's not a bad idea to hang back and help, because the drinks are on me if I make it back in one piece. I probably shouldn't let him go near the bar, but nothing takes the edge off like kicking around a barrel for another half hour.